Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. Today we have an exclusive story about a Berea man now behind bars for murder. Plus, we've got a recap of that fun-filled Millstone Festival from over the weekend. We've also got news, weather, and sports. That's all still here to come live at 5 coming up on the broadcast. Well, our first big story of the day. Seymour Taffler, a 96-year-old man from Berea, has been arrested and charged with the attempted murder of his 90-year-old wife. According to a family member, Taffler allegedly attempted to smother his wife with a pillow, seemingly without warning. When questioned by Berea police officers, Taffler reportedly admitted to the act, explaining that he believed neither he nor his wife had much time left and that he was trying to end her life mercifully. He mentioned that his wife had dementia and had expressed a desire to die on multiple occasions. The woman was taken to a hospital and her current condition is unknown at news time. Seymour Taffler was booked into the Madison County Detention Center. We'll have more info on this story as it becomes available. Well, we had the pleasure of enjoying this year's Millstone Festival during our live broadcast on Saturday, but for those of you that couldn't make it downtown Richmond, WBON TV's Abby Briggs is here to share a quick recap of this year's Millstone Festival.
The third annual Millstone Festival, hosted by Richmond Parks and Recreation, took place this Saturday in downtown Richmond. Many local vendors in Richmond and surrounding areas had the opportunity to show off and sell their homemade goods. With such a variety of vendors, you could find just about anything you wanted and everything you didn't know you needed. Several booths were also giving away free merchandise to passerbys. Kids could find plenty of entertainment with inflatables, games, and Foggy Bottom Farms petting zoo, which had a variety of animals, including a pink llama. Adults also had their choice of entertainment, with live music as well as a free axe throwing booth, which accepted donations for the Richmond Teen Center and Special Olympics. Medlock's Cruise In Car Show showed off classic cars and gave away cash prizes to several owners of vehicles in the car show. Many of Richmond's favorite local food vendors set up around the courthouse to provide a diverse variety of food for anyone looking for a delicious bite. Additionally, ownership of the historic Squire Boone Rock was transferred from Madison County to the city of Richmond. Mayor Robert Blythe also gave a speech wishing the city of Richmond a happy 225th birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Richmond.
This year's Millstone Festival broke records set in previous years for this celebration, with an estimated 12,000 to 15,000 people in attendance and a record number of vendors participating in the festival. A spectacular event to remember the history of the city of Richmond and a chance to enjoy what Richmond has to offer presently, the Millstone Festival is sure to continue growing in the following years. For WBON TV, I'm Abby Briggs.
Thanks, Abby, for that recap. I'm already looking forward to next year's Millstone Festival. Well, the Kentucky State Police have successfully recovered a stolen vehicle from Jackson County on Saturday. KSP received a report of a silver Nissan Sentra missing hubcaps and a passenger side door mirror, which had been stolen and was headed northbound on Highway 421. A trooper staked out at the Big Hill Food Mart anticipating the vehicle's arrival. The stolen vehicle then was pulled in subsequently into the store around 3:30 p.m., seemingly unaware of the awaiting officer. The trooper arrested the driver, Raleigh Campbell, age 40, from Church Street in Manchester without incident. Witnesses report that the driver had been driving erratically and at a high speed coming over Big Hill toward Richmond. Campbell is now facing charges related to a stolen property, possession of burglary tools, and operating a motor vehicle under the influence. The stolen vehicle was returned to its owner, and the initial vehicle theft is still under investigation by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Well, another exciting weekend coming up right here in Richmond this weekend is homecoming. EKU will be live with a plethora of events scheduled for the weekend. Homecoming festivities will kick off Tuesday the 10th with a live stream from President McFadden. The annual homecoming parade will take place at 6 p.m. on Friday, October the 13th, with its traditional route on Lancaster Avenue and Main Street. Following the parade, EKU's HoCo block party starts at 7 p.m. on Water Street with live music, food, and drinks from several vendors. Saturday morning the 14th, the parking lot in Alumni Coliseum will open at 9 a.m. for tailgating ahead of its homecoming football game. The game begins at 3 with the Colonels playing against Tarleton State. The homecoming Royal Court will be crowned during halftime. Homecoming weekend has additional events planned for campus community, ranging from various organizational, departmental, and college reunions to campus tours and numerous sporting events. To see a complete schedule of all the homecoming activities, including maps, tickets, and registration details, you can visit our story up now at WBONTV.com for the link. Well, it's something that you don't see every day. A fully nude man was reported at the Gloryland Baptist Church on Friday evening. Officers responded to the scene and discovered the man, identified as Cammie Neely, 30, of Owsley Fork. Neely claimed that he had been sent by God to protect the church. Neely also confessed to officers that he is a frequent user of heroin and meth, although he couldn't specify the exact time of his last drug use, only confirming it had occurred within the last 3 or 4 days. Consequently, Neely was arrested and charged with public intoxication of a controlled substance and indecent exposure. Well, fighting the opioid epidemic in the Commonwealth was the topic at the forefront of the first ever Kentucky Opioid Symposium held at Central Bank Center this morning in Lexington. With more than 2,000 deaths occurring from overdoses in 2022, officials with the organization say the timing is right for such an event. According to Chairman and Executive Director Brian Hubbard, the commission is dedicated to resourcing grassroots community-based organizations that for a long time have been operating with meager resources. The symposium brings together such organizations to coordinate, network, and provide a unified front aimed at ending the opioid crisis in Kentucky once and for all. With the $32 million in treatment and recovery grants awarded so far and more than $800 million still to be distributed, Hubbard says there's a reason to be hopeful the opioid challenges facing the state will be successfully addressed. The symposium continues through tomorrow afternoon. We've definitely had a turn to the cooler weather here in central Kentucky. We've got Susie, she's in the news in the Weather Center, and just after this break for a look at the forecast.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Did you know Markham & Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvine? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health Markham & Wallace Hospital. How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Beautiful day here in the Bluegrass and nice sunny skies. We've got Susie in the Weather Center to give us a look at the forecast.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. As we take a look at the webcams across the region, it certainly has been a very quiet scene with lots of sunshine, some beautiful fall weather. But we do have the chill still persisting with tonight's lows cold enough to support some areas of patchy frost. But we will be warming up this midweek. And then we're also tracking the development of a late week fall storm, which is going to make way for a surge of rain and some breezy conditions and big temperature swings as well. But let's take a look at tonight. It is looking like a quiet evening. But we do cool down very quickly as temperatures bottom out in the upper 30s, we're thinking. So again, patchy frost cannot be ruled out. We've got a stalled front that is going to be lifting its way northward as a warm front. So that's going to help to warm us up. We've got powerful storms, though, out in the west as a big trough is forming. And this is going to be the next round of fall weather and really a big weather maker across the country later this week. So what's happening in the west currently is going to be working its way closer to the central tier of the country and eventually for us here in the greater Richmond area, we're producing rain and some big temperature swings. Now until then, though, everything's looking pretty dry. We do have a drier air aloft that's going to make it tough for showers to develop. So we're really keeping things pretty quiet here with periods of sunshine. Wednesday, we may be tracking a little bit more cloud cover, but I'm certainly not seeing enough moisture really to support showers. We do have low temperatures bottoming out in the 30s. How about Stanton down to 35 degrees, Lancaster at 38. So patchy frost certainly possible. It'll start to warm up though once the sun comes up, of course, and we'll be out of the 30s by the 9 a.m. hour, I'm hoping, and high temperatures in the 60s tomorrow. We'll be tracking also lots of sunshine across the region as fair weather continues. We'll keep the warming trend, mid-70s by Thursday, but as we mentioned, we have a powerful fall storm in the works out west, and later this week, this means rain and a big cool down for the weekend. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, during a traffic stop on US 25 in Laurel County, 3 individuals were arrested after K-9 officer Jazz detected something suspicious in their vehicle. That's according to the Corbin Police Department. The occupants of the vehicle were identified as Jeffrey McDaniel, 54 of London, Ricky Neely, 32 of London, as well as Ashley Cole, 39 of Corbin. Upon conducting a search of the vehicle during the traffic stop, law enforcement allegedly discovered suspected methamphetamine and other narcotic pills. As a result, all 3 individuals were placed under arrest. McDaniel was charged with several offenses, including no tail lamps, third-degree possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, promoting contraband, and first-degree trafficking in a controlled substance. Neely and Cole were both charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance and third-degree possession of a controlled substance. Following their arrests, McDaniel, Neely, and Cole were all taken into custody. Kentucky State Police announced the agency has just graduated the highest number of telecommunicators in its history. Over 30 people representing 13 posts across the Commonwealth have graduated from the KSP Telecommunications Academy. KSP telecommunicators handle dispatch duties for Kentucky State troopers, commercial vehicle enforcement officers, conservation officers, and other emergency service agencies as needed. Last year, telecommunicators answered over 622,000 calls, resulting in more than 396,000 requests for assistance. From the Richmond Post 7 area, we'd like to recognize the graduates of the 22nd KSP Telecommunications Academy. Anthony Gibson of Madison County. Gibson is a graduate of Breathitt County High School and Eastern Kentucky University. He's the son of Janet and Anthony Gibson Sr. Chris Simpson of Laurel County. Simpson is a graduate of Lynn Camp High School. He is the son of Laura and Chris Simpson. Landon White of Mercer County. White is a graduate of Anderson County High School. He is the son of Randy and Stephen White. Congratulations to all those new telecommuter graduates. The Powerball jackpot has been steadily growing and now has reached a staggering $1.55 billion after 34 consecutive drawings without a top prize winner. This makes it the third largest jackpot in Powerball history and the fourth largest in U.S. lottery history. Despite no one matching all 6 numbers in the latest drawing, 12 fortunate players will still win significant prizes. 10 tickets earned $1 million each by matching 5 white balls, while 2 tickets matched those 5 numbers and used the Power Play feature to win $2 million. In the upcoming drawing, the lucky winner will have the option of selecting either an annuitized prize of $1.55 billion or a lump sum amount, which carries a cash value of approximately $679 million. The annuitized prize provides an immediate payout followed by 29 annual payments that increase by 5% each year. This remarkable jackpot represents the first time in Powerball history that consecutive jackpot cycles have resulted in billion-dollar top prizes. The most recent jackpot winner was an individual in California who claimed a grand prize of $1.08 billion. Powerball tickets cost $2 each, and the drawings are held Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 10:59 p.m. Eastern. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson Rule up next with sports.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Do not adjust your TV set. It is WBON TV's Tuesday night Terrorvision. Tune in to Channel 9 every Tuesday night in October and witness horrors in haunted houses, out of this world, and even from beyond the grave. WBON Channel 9. It's a scary good show.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. 5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Hey y'all, it's Josh.
And Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Well, now that Florida firm has vandalized their own billboards with fake graffiti about chasing ambulances and being for the money.
Ads like that give all attorneys a bad name. At Hicks & Funson, we fight for two things, for justice and for injured Kentuckians like you.
So if you've suffered a wrongful death or an injury in a crash, a fall, or due to medical malpractice or nursing home neglect, visit honestfearless.com or call us at 859-777-7000. Ask for Josh or Greg.
Welcome back to WBON TV Channel 9. The weekend was jam-packed with great local sports moments, including a team who won a state title. Here's Dawson Roll with sports.
There's a ton to get to today in sports. First, let's take a look back at Friday night's game results. Madison Central lost to state powerhouse Frederick Douglass 44-7. Bryant Mathis for the Indians had the lone touchdown. Central now is preparing for the short trip to Winchester to face GRC on Friday night. For the Berea Pirates, they lost 49-0 to Sayre. There wasn't much good to come out of this game for the Pirates team, who's now preparing to travel to Eminence in northern Kentucky later this week. Madison Southern was the lone county team to win. They beat Montgomery County 24-14 and had some great highlight plays. The rushing attack for the Eagles again carried them to a big victory. Braden Kelly got 72 yards rushing, Ethan Moore added in 58, Lucas Mullins gained 49, senior Stephen Whitehead got 41, and Preston Williams had 21. Young quarterback Alex Craven threw for 50 yards in the mix too. And on the defensive end, Ethan Diaz dipped into the double digits with his 10 total tackles, leading the team. Now on to some big golf news as the season is near its end. A local team ended up in triumph yet again. The Madison Central Indians boys golf team has won the state title for the second year in a row, beating out the likes of South Oldham, St. X, and Greenwood. Madison Central shot plus 27 and had two golfers with impressive performances on the big day. Warren Thomas tied for second place individually, shooting -1 on the day, while his teammate Braden Bond shot plus 5 and tied for 7th place. Head coach Kyle Congleton has built an empire with Central boys golf, and now the next step, go for the MJ and three-peat next season. Let's move on to soccer now, which is also approaching its final weeks of the season. With the conclusion of district play in Madison County last week, that means it's win or go home for our teams. Tonight, Madison Central's girls are at home, hosting Franklin County in the first round, a team that the Lady Indians beat 4-0 in the first game of the season back on August 7th. As for our Madison Southern girls soccer team, they're going to be traveling to Lexington Catholic for their region matchup tonight, facing a 21-1-1 Lady Knights team who has run the 11th region the past 2 seasons. Now this game is going to be a big task for the Lady Eagles of Southern, but one they have to win, or their season will come to an end. For our boys soccer fans, region games begin tomorrow night for Madison Central and Model. A quick note on the local volleyball teams. This week is the final one of the regular season before district play gets going. As the week goes on, I'll report on those scores from this week before the district playoffs begin. That's going to wrap up today's local sports report. Thank you for choosing WBON for the best sports coverage in Madison County.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take another quick break. Right back with lots more news right here live at 5.
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel, available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Now at A&W, the Spicy Papa Burger Combo with onion rings. A classic Papa Burger, spiced up with jalapeno heat, perfectly paired with a side of onion rings and Spicy Papa dipping sauce. Get it jalapeno mouth, only at A&W. Feeling saucy? Come down to A&W and dip a juicy 5-piece hand-breaded chicken tender combo into our new spicy 3-pepper fire sauce or our new savory A&W sauce. Dip into A&W and try them today.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. The Applebee's restaurant located on Corbin Center Drive is facing an indefinite closure after a fire ignited in the kitchen area. The Corbin Fire Department received a 911 call just before 9:30 a.m. on Sunday following concerns of a possible gas leak, which subsequently led to a fire in the kitchen. Authorities stated that the fire extended through the ventilation system and reached the roof, resulting in minimal roof damage. Regrettably, the kitchen area sustained significant damage, rendering stoves, fryers, and the hood system unusable. Fortunately, all 6 employees present in the restaurant at the time of the incident managed to evacuate safely, and the establishment had not yet opened to the public. While the initial 911 call mentioned a gas leak, the exact cause of the fire does remain uncertain. An arson investigator is actively examining the incident. The restaurant will remain closed until the kitchen is repaired, and a reopen date will be determined based on how quickly the necessary materials and repairs can be secured. Lexington police are working to uncover the details surrounding a Sunday morning shooting that left one person injured. The incident occurred just after midnight when officers received a report of shots fired on Oxford Circle. Police have indicated that 3 individuals were engaged in an argument that escalated into a gunfire exchange. Unfortunately, a woman who was an innocent bystander became caught in the crossfire and was shot. The injured woman was promptly transported to a nearby hospital where she's being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Lexington police are actively seeking information from the public to assist in their investigation. If you have any details about the shooting, you are encouraged to contact the Lexington Police Department. Thanks so much for joining us here today, Live at 5. Don't forget, it's Monday. We've got the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show that is coming up right here on Channel 9 at 6 p.m. Tonight, Michael and Dawson are going to have the Madison Central boys golf team in the studio. They're going to be talking about that second straight championship that they won over the weekend. Also, they're going to recap football and soccer from the weekend and take a look ahead at that homecoming game for Eastern coming up next weekend. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow live at 5.